this is what I was talking, the accordion book structure. The handout provided from my teacher from SF State. His name is Mario Laplante. So as you see, this one is coming from like a big, long paper, but it's not a one sheet of paper. When you see carefully, especially to the back side, can you see well? It's blurry. Okay, so some pages are being glued together like this with a hinge. So looks like this is coming from one paper, which starts from here to here, this one paper. And then this one is another paper. This is a 2 sheets of paper. This part is being connected between two pieces. So it's a little bit hard to say because it's a white paper, okay? And there's this cover page here is also being made by a little bit heavier paper, okay? So that handout I was talking is giving an idea how you approach to these covers, okay? So bottom line is your prints will be bound into a accordion book format like this, okay? So all pages are facing to, all images are facing to one direction. So you have to start to think about what kind of sequence, what of your image makes sense. What will be the first page when you open? What will be the second? Okay. And everything is basically connected. That's what I'm expecting from you guys. So let's look at the back side of this again. I have a gluing part here, and
okay.
Yes. So I see a lot of connection points. Okay. Let's see. This is this one again. It's a book structure. It's not bound yet. Like see, like this is one sheet of paper, okay, and then this is another sheet of paper. Since it's difficult to have all these pages printed together unless you have a big press, right? So this one is just 1, 2, 3 pages, but you see that in order to glue, you need those excess area for gluing part, right? So you have to start to envision how you're gonna assemble all these pages. Okay, so let's see how you're gonna approach to this. This is my print with a dry point, right? So start to think about how big is each page. This one have excess paper margin here, which is probably, it's a little bit less than 3 inch. And this one is a little bit over 3 inch here, right? So if you are trying to assemble a book, you may want to sacrifice some area for this folding part. Okay, all right, so let's see. If I were thinking, I may use, maybe I can use a 2 inch paper margin. So on the back side, probably you cannot see well because it's a white paper. I may think about this may be the excess. If I'm making like this is something called a bone folder. You can fold your paper, but also you can make creases. If you don't have bone folder, of course, you can use your kitchen knife, okay, like utensil knife. That works okay too. You don't have to use a bone folder. So just make creases like that, and then I feel like this is a little bit too much on top, so I may have to chop that top. Let's decide first before It's good to have your image to be a little bit higher on the paper. So I have 2 3/4, basically 2 1/4 here. So I'm gonna make the top to be a little bit smaller. I should cut this part. So this one kind of give you an idea about each page, right? And if you don't want your paper to be, image to be slightly slanted, you have to be careful about when you are cutting the top side and bottom side. And you may really want to start with the horizontal line and the vertical line of your image. Okay, but just give you an idea. This one, if you have, after you printing, start to envision what's gonna be your page size. So this is one page, and let's make another one of the same size. So right now, this is originally 11 inches, but now, because I cut, became, no, it's originally 14 inches. It's now 12 inches. Okay. And each side has 2 inches, 2-inch margin. Okay. Sorry, both are the same image, but both has this structure, right? Say if you are trying to start to bind them, you start to think about you're gonna do this going this way or going this way, right? Depends on the page. If this is the first page of the book, which means say if this is a frontal page like this, in that case, and this has to be folding this way, right? I could be cutting this one off. Does this make sense? So if you're thinking about this is the first page of the book, like this one, and then you'll be flipping like this, right? So I can glue this part. When you are gluing, if you go gluing like this, it's difficult to make it exactly same. So typically on this part here, you make a little bit of angle. So each page will be assembled like this, okay? Always thinking about which is a mountain, I mean a valley or mount like this. But at this point, start to think about your paper and the image size, how you are going to assemble to make a accordion book. That's something you start to plan at this point, okay? What you need to glue here, you can do any kind of glue. PVA glue is excellent, but doesn't have to be PVA glue, okay? I can talk more about this next week, but this is something you can start to plan your page size and the image location, because you have to think about having some excess for folding and gluing. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. When you do this together, give you a heads up. It's so difficult to make everything straight. So when you are gluing, make sure you do this by having a tape. When you're gluing, make sure just you are having a bottom to be lined up like this. Otherwise, your page start to be not straight. Okay, so that's something you should be careful. Accordion book can be tricky because if you don't glue straight, entire book become so funky, right? So make sure you are, when you're gluing pages, at least the bottom has to be all lined up like this. Does this make sense? Okay, otherwise your book may not be standing like this. Okay, let's take a look of other people's book. Okay, I mean, this is not a plan, but result is pretty much coming. The image is coming to the edge of the paper. These are all monotype and collages. So this was combination. Some have paper margin, some don't. And this person had all paper margin, right? Blank paper margin to each page. And very nice uniform. There's a uniformity between pages. This person, they bleed in a way. So there's no paper margin, but some did. This one has a lot of blank space on each page, which is nice to this case, right? And if you have the cardboard, I mean the cardboard for the cardboard dry point, you can use those cardboard for your cover. Okay, cardboard is excellent for making cover page like this. This person did not have a hard cardboard cover, just the all same paper utilized like that. But of course, she made a frontal page, cover page. Okay. So you have to think about your design of the accordion book. Has to have some kind of a uniformity between pages.